Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Ostish, and as you can see, we are back to play Breath of the Wild. When I left off, I don't really remember what I was doing. It's been quite of a bit of time since I've been on Breath of the Wild, but in between that time, I actually got this 50-inch TV, and it is crystal clear, man. Samsung quality. I think it's the 7 series, I believe. I don't know. It looks freaking beautiful, though. And it's nice because I got it mounted to my wall now. Really changes up not only the amount of room and space I have now, but just the fact that I am looking at... Oh, it just looks so good. I mean, it looked good on the last TV, but there's something about this TV that just makes everything pop more. With a game like this, it looks even nicer. I should say one thing, though, that's not looking so nice, that I've never really noticed before. It's a really tiny nitpick, but, you know, I'm not even sure if you guys can see this. The microphone's also in a bit of a different spot, so it might be more echoey in here. Not quite sure, but, like, hold on, let me come back here. It could just be the angle that I'm looking at it. Yeah, I never really noticed this, but it seems as though at this angle in the game, these tiny little cracks in front of me, like a couple feet away, don't seem to be fully rendered until I'm like right next to it and walking over it, which is weird. I've never noticed that before, and that's really tiny. It doesn't really matter, but now that I noticed it, it's gonna kind of bug me. But yeah, so I believe what I was trying to do before was go gathering for new weapons, and yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I believe I was headed this way for something. I don't know. There's a pin over here. Oh, okay, yep, I understand now. Whoa, what is that? What the f... What is that? Are you guys seeing this? Can I pin that? I'm gonna remove that pin, actually. I kind of want to remove that just for a second. I know this is probably pretty boring, but what the hell is that, dude? Is that like the side of a building or something? I really want to figure this out now. That's bugging me. Let's try it. Let's go. Let's see what awaits us over on this side of the... Where the hell? Dude, what is that? Okay, now there's a hill that rendered in. I've never really noticed this, but with this big-ass TV, I can see so much more now. I'm losing my freaking mind. No? It's just trees. It's just trees, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, anyways. Also, I don't know how much this is going to affect my recording software. I don't think it will I don't think it's going to affect anything for you guys. I think it'll still be high quality, definition, all that. I could be wrong, though. I don't know. It might look a little bit different on this now. I'm not sure. I'm still I'm still recording in 1080p. So I think I have it set at 30 frames right now. No? Well, I'm not sure. Regardless, I don't think it's going to be much different for you guys at home. Maybe a little bit bigger resolution size. I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't have killed him. Yeah, let's grab him. Yeah, definitely could be wrong. Definitely could be right. Who knows? I guess you guys will have to be the judge of that. But anyways, I've been diddly-dallying too much. Oh. Try not to hit that again. So let's see here. I need to get more weapons. Better loot. Because I needed to go back into this volcano. Right. Let's see here. How many... Oh, yeah, I definitely need some shields. Where can I get shields? Oh. No, along the way, I think I'm also going to hit up a lot of shrines, because I've been neglecting that way too much. And I know, it's very important in this game. I want my stamina, and I want my hearts. I'm surprised there's no shrines over here. Oh, there's that one. Ooh. I'm not sure how that's gonna sound. Guess I've never really noticed before. We didn't really have that frickin' heat running, but I already fought those guys. Oh, there's a camp down here. I've never really had the heater running until now, and with this new setup, my microphone's a little bit closer to the vents, so you guys might wanna let me know how that sounds. I'm not sure if you can pick that up. Oh, damn it. It's Link, yep, Yeah. Yes, we meet again. Yes, we do. Unfortunately. Alright, you just hold your horses here for a sec. Let me just get you. Let me just get you. Alright, sweet. We got a sickle. Ooh, and some rupees. Oh, nice of him. And a banana.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. I don't think I hit this camp yet, so let's go and hit it. See, the problem is, in order to get loot, you have to use your loot. And my big pro... Oh, I don't want to do that. I did not mean to do that. Damn it. Yeah, I'm kind of screwed, aren't I? Could hit him with an ice arrow. Oh, I'm definitely going to have to hit one of those guys. I'll just hit him with a bomb. Let me just hit them all with a bomb. Woo! Little frame rate drop right there. Switch couldn't handle it. Well, that makes this a lot easier. Thank you very much. Yep, and there's a chest in there. Gosh, I never noticed that until now. I suppose a lot of people probably won't. I have not really... I know most of you don't give a shit about this, but I really don't do gaming on bigger TVs like this. And I really tend to not go for wall mounts, but this just... Oh, this setup is beautiful. I think my last one was like 34, and that one was the biggest gaming TV I've ever gamed on. In regards to like recording YouTube and stuff, I usually game on really smaller screens. I shouldn't say really small, but I game on like moderate size. Alright, 100 rupees, that's not too bad. Let's see, where is this shrine at that we're hearing? We're picking up a shrine somewhere. I don't think it picks up, no, it doesn't pick up shrines you've already visited. Okay, it's in this direction. Is that another camp, huh? Did I hit that one already? Let's find out. Oh, don't shoot. I missed. What are you doing? Pick that up. Wow, they stay frozen for a while. Look at all this useful stuff we got here.
Yep.
Well, I hit this one. How is it not hitting that one? Luminous stone, that is always useful. How many do we got? Oh, we got enough. We'll go back and get a diamond. I think that is worth... oh gosh, was that 500 rupees? This is... I don't know why I never did this in my first playthrough. I never really paid attention to it, I guess. I was just really grinding out on really crappy loot. I was grinding out the shrines. Oh wow, there are guys over there. And they didn't even notice me. They're about to. Just, hold on a second here. There we go. Holy crap, these guys are tanks! Oh, I am going to die. I am going to die here. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Yeah, Jesus. Oh my god, these guys are fucking tanks, dude. Oh my goodness, back up, back up. God, I can't face these guys with the weapons I have. I'm just gonna get my ass beat. Hopefully this is worth it, whatever I get out of this. I need a shield. Ooh. Ooh, okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'll just have a nice, healthy meal. There, now he's got nothing to hit me with. Seeing these graphics up this close, you can definitely tell that, like, I'm not saying this game looks bad. It doesn't. It looks amazing. But compared to, like, what the Xbox and PlayStation, and of course what the PC has been putting out, it's just very, like, I don't know if I can get close to this, but it's just got this look to it. It's a little pixely. You can't really tell on those smaller TVs, but I definitely can tell now. And that's not bad. I'm not saying this game looks bad at all. It's a great looking game. I like it. It'll probably age a hell of a lot better than most of the games put out today. Cause you know, Wind Waker, dude. That game's got pixels, but it's got this cartoony look to it. Same with this one. And I think that's really, oh, go figure. That's really what sets these games apart. These cartoony looking games that are meant to look like that, especially Wind Waker with its cell shading, and even Borderlands. Like, Borderlands is not going to look old anytime soon. And it's thanks to their cartoony graphics. Because when you start to go for realism, that realism fades in like 5 years. If not less than that. Depending on how fast hardware keeps upgrading. Like, look at Twilight Princess. I'm not saying that game looks bad to me. I still love that game. Especially with the HD remake. But if you take a look at the Wii and the GameCube now, like, at the time, yes, those look so realistic. It's like, holy crap, dude, this is one of the most realistic games I ever played as a kid. But you look at it now, compared to realistic games in the present, it's not realistic looking. And obviously, you know, it's not going to when you're comparing it to games in like 2019. Freaking 10 years later. Well, no. No. Twilight Princess came out a long time ago. I think I was 6. Yeah, that game came out because I got it for my birthday and on the GameCube, then I got it for Christmas on the Wii. I was 6, yeah. I believe I was 6. Yeah, I had to be 6. That would have been almost 14 years ago, man. Or maybe 14. Yeah, 14. What the hell? Dude, come on now. No. I just want to grab some loot here. But yeah, Twilight Princess came out a really long time ago, and at the time, yes, those were amazing graphics. Holy shit. I was impressed as a kid. But, I mean, it's not really hard to impress me as a kid, but those graphics were amazing. 2006. Crazy, man. And even the HD remake doesn't look too bad. The HD remake. I'm trying not to be biased, because if I was being biased, I would tell you just to shut up, because Twilight Princess looks amazing regardless, but there's definitely a good chunk of people who would disagree. And they're not wrong. But like I said, HD remake really they refined those graphics that were kind of muddy in the original. But even with the HD remake, you can only go so far with a game that's 14 years old. But Wind Waker, like I said, now Wind Waker to me looks really good. Regardless, yes, it looks a little fuzzy if you're playing it on a GameCube or a Wii. You're playing the original version, just a tad bit fuzzy, but that HD remake, dude, it doesn't look like it aged a bit. And that's because of the cartoony graphics. And this one does have cartoony-ish graphics, but it's like it's definitely not cel-shaded as much. And it's not like as bubbly, I guess, if that makes sense. It still has this like cartoony looking vibe to it, but it's been almost 20 minutes and I still haven't found this frickin' shrine. Oh, there it is. That was about half a second too close to dying. Oh, good. Passing the flame. Another one of these. Please don't be with arrows, man. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for arrows. I'm looking for shields. I'm wasting so much. Who the hell's typing me? Snapchatter, I get it. They really do want me to pass the flame, don't they? Oh, wait a second. No. I don't have to use my arrows at all. Good thing I got this torch. What did that do? What did that do? Nothing. That did nothing. That's great. One thing that I think I mentioned this before, but Nintendo Switch Online, they're not really, I know, Nintendo doesn't really have amazing online service. It's not, you know, remarkable, but it's definitely passable, and it's definitely not the worst out there. But something I think is really cool is not only is it only $12 for like a frickin' year, or maybe it was 20, I don't know. Regardless, it's still a hell of a lot less than any other subscription-based online service. But it has all the originals, every single one. You don't have to buy them or anything. You don't have to wait for them to come on sale or go freebies. It has all of them right away, which is awesome. Really awesome. I like that. But the thing that I don't like is it doesn't have the originals that I mean, it does have a lot of originals that I like. But what am I doing here? Can I just break these boxes? No, I cannot. How about I put a bomb next? What I wish it would have is it doesn't have any 64 titles, man. And Nintendo 64 is really just I don't know. I love the Nintendo 64 games. Every single one of them. Okay, maybe not every single one, but a lot of Nintendo 64 games. That's like the system I grew up on. That was one of the first consoles that I ever had. And I really hope that they do this. At least port. At the very least, you know, because I would be kind of disappointed if they only did ports, but, you know, it's better than not having any 64 titles. Oh, okay, I see what we gotta do here. There's a chest right here. Can I just climb in here? Nope, of course not. They really, what I'm trying to say is, I really wish Nintendo would start doing this with the Switch, because the Switch has been out for years now. The Cobble Crusher. Oh, my inventory's full. Oh. Well, go figure. I just really want them to take the time and add to the Nintendo Switch with the Nintendo Wii had. I don't know if the Nintendo Wii U had that. I never really had one. I never got the chance to. But, well, there's a locked door right here. What is this, though? I want to know what's over here. It's just another chest, but... Is there something I missed here? Let me go check. It's because this just does definitely seem like a Shredder Temple. Or dungeon, shrine, sorry. Okay, maybe up there? I don't know. That's about the only thing I can see right now. Or maybe is there another thing up there? Could I move all those stack of boxes over and then climb up on them? Whatever, I'm not gonna mess around with it anymore. I came in here for one sole purpose. That was to get this. Anyways, if I can finish this without my mind going in different directions, they need to add Nintendo 64 titles to the Switch like they did with their previous consoles. Like, the Nintendo Wii had a lot of ported over onto the Nintendo shop 64 titles. And they had Nintendo classics on there, like Super Nintendo and the original Nintendo Entertainment System. But, how many is that now? That's 4. Okay, sweet. Let's go back and grab some upgrades. But they don't... They should really, if they are going to put it in there, if they're going to put it on the Switch, I really hope that they go with the... but I really shouldn't say that, because I'm not... Like, I like it, but there are people who won't be able to have Nintendo subscriptions. And if you just want to play Nintendo Switch, and you want to play classic games, but you only want to play a couple of them, you know, why should you have to pay $12 for an online service that you're not going to use, and then you're also getting a bunch of games that you don't want in the first place, which I don't know why you would, but, you know, some people just want to play, like, a couple different games from the classic. Okay. But, I mean, me personally, I know it's not the greatest idea. Some people would really have a lot of problem with it. Some people are on the boat of, you know, just put it on Nintendo Online, behind Nintendo Online paywall. But for me, I don't really have too much of a problem paying $12 or $20, whatever. It was really cheap for a year to have online, because I'm using online. I'm using all the services that come with it. And then I'm also benefiting from the classic games. Oh, you son of a bitch. You know, you wouldn't have gotten away if I didn't have the bomb arrow out. But yeah, I would personally really enjoy if they put it on the Nintendo Online. Yeah! But if they don't do that, at the very least, please just put ports over that we can pay for on the store. I would be fine with that, you know. I wouldn't really prefer it, but I'd be fine with it. Let's go. I did say I wanted to get one wheel down before I started grabbing hearts, so let's get that stamina vessel. Yes, let's put her on there. What is this? So I have to do 2 more? That wheel looks like it needs at least 2 more bars. At least I can sprint it quite a bit more. So I need to get 8 more dungeons before at least that's what it looks like. It seems like I need to get 8 more dungeons down before I get another, or I complete this wheel. But, man, I'm really lacking on the hearts, guys. I know. And I don't want to be doing a bunch of dungeons without the Master Sword, because, you know, at the end of the game, it kind of defeats the purpose. I suppose I could do it like the classic Zelda way, which is to, you know, normally in a Zelda game, you'll get halfway through the game, and you'll get the Master Sword. So I could do it like a traditional Zelda game, because I don't really feel like grinding it out to get it right away, but I don't want to wait till the last second to get it, because by then it's like, dude, I already am pretty much at the end of the game. The Master Sword isn't going to help me that much at that point, you know, because all of its use, I mean, yeah, it's easier to defeat a lot of enemies with the Master Sword, but it still breaks. It recharges, but it still breaks. And, like, how many enemies am I really going to want to fight if I'm towards the end of the game? I just want to beat the boss and be done with the game, you know what I mean? But, where are we going here? Let's go back to Zora's Domain. Nope, Zora's Domain. And then let's get some diamonds. But yeah, if I can finish this, jeez, I just keep rambling about this. I really hope that they put Nintendo 64 titles on the Switch, regardless of wherever it is. I would prefer Nintendo Online, but some people would not. At least port it over, and I would be happy. But I'm going to be very disappointed, and I don't know if Nintendo is really trying to drag it out that long, if that's what they're doing, or they just aren't going to do it. But right now, it just does not seem like they're going to do it at all. Which is a huge bummer, because I bought the Switch thinking, hey, you know, Nintendo Wii U had 2 Zelda titles that were HD remasters, which was Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. and I was thinking maybe they would port it over, you know, or something like that. Just put it on the Switch. Where is this dude? I think it's him. But they didn't do that. Let's see, how many does he take from me? 10, okay. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bless me. So, oh, we got 3 diamonds. What are we doing? Let's go sell these bad boys. Isn't there a shop over here? I don't think they take diamonds. But yeah, that's why I bought the Switch. Was not the only reason, but a good chunk of the reason. No, you're not a shopkeeper. You're not a shopkeeper. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Goodbye. Never mind then. What about you? Are you a shopkeeper? Okay. I'm going to go back here. Yeah, like I was saying, I was hoping that we would get a Wind Waker or a Twilight Princess put on the Nintendo Switch because, you know, it was on the Nintendo Wii, and obviously the Wii and the GameCube. So I would have assumed that they would put it on here, but it's been how many years now, and we've got really no straightforward answer. And the thing is, they don't really say yes or no. They might have said no now at this point. I wouldn't doubt it. It's just kind of a bummer. I just feel let down on that aspect. Are you a shop? No, you're... No, actually I can sell it to you too. But they don't have that. And then I was like, well, you know, they'll probably port over some classic games, which they did, but not exactly what I was thinking. I thought they would have had 64 titles on here too. They don't have that either. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Give me them. Oh, that is a pretty close up on a Link here. Goodbye. I think I have the full outfit now anyways, yeah. Yep. So I don't really have the need for that. But, yeah, let's go back to... I just want a shield. Is there a place I can buy a shield at least? Because I'm not finding shields anywhere. Let's see, that is an inn. That is a food. I wonder... No, there's like no places you can really buy shit at. There's arrows. I suppose I could use arrows. Hey! Take them all. How many can we get? Oh, 2. Alright, cool. So now we got 40 arrows. I'm not playing around with that. I need a shield. Where can I get shields at? There's gotta be a place in the game where you can buy shields. I don't doubt that. Maybe I'm wrong though, who knows? But if I can finish what I'm trying to say here without getting sidetracked every 5 minutes, oh, what?
Oh. Oh.
Woman sobbing. It's kind of creepy. Come here, chicken. That just takes the same amount of stamina. Let's go back here then, I guess. Screw it. But I really want them to at least port the Nintendo 64 titles over. If they're not going to port all of them, at least port the ones that were sellers, you know, Majora's Mask especially. Because that, and Ocarina of Time, but I am a huge fan of Majora's Mask. I know not a lot of people are, and there are good reasons to it. The game, what's on fire, what's on fire? Take it off, take that off. No, it's not on. What am I? Oh, that would be why. I know not a lot of people, like I was saying, do not like Majora's Mask. Especially people who just started playing it now, in the past couple years. The game is dated. It's old. The 3DS version cleans up a lot of things, but I still prefer the Nintendo 64 version just a little bit more. But where are we going here? Okay, never mind. I need. What the hell? I thought. Okay, never mind. We got 10 arrows. Nine arrows. Got 10 back again. 9. Okay, thank you. That's actually nice. Oh, and another chest. Oh! I'm feeling generous today. Wait. Yes. But Majora's Mask, for me, is one of my favorite Zelda games.
There are 4 terminals.
I started on Ocarina of Time, and then I think I played Majora's Mask a little bit. I have very faint memories of the first time I played Majora's Mask, and I don't think I ever beat it. And I think my dad sold it or something. I don't know. I didn't have it on the 64 for very long. If I even played it on the 64. I think I might have played it on a emulation disc or something. I'm not quite sure, but I know that, or no, it wasn't a disc. It was an emulator, I believe. But then my dad got rid of it. I don't know, or he deleted it, or no, it wasn't an emulator. It was on the GameCube. And then I played it on the, no, I don't know. I really can't remember, because I confuse myself every time thinking about it. But then I remember, for sure, that eventually I did get it on the GameCube, and I played it on the GameCube a little bit. And then that was the time I started getting more interested in emulations. What the hell? Oh! Oh! Almost fell in the lava there, Davey. Oh! What is this? What is this? What is this? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know what that is. A torch? Maybe? I don't know. We're at the top now, though. So let's take a looky. A little peeksy here. But yeah, then I played Majora's Mask on an emulator. I started getting into it on emulators, and that's where I really played Majora's Mask a lot, was on an emulator. And since then, I've always been playing Majora's Mask on emulators. Because, you know, it's kind of how I play a lot of those older games now. But eventually, it came out on the 3DS, and then I played it on the 3DS. We're just back at the frickin' start now. Come on, dude. Wait, no we're not. Yes we are. What are you talking about? What are you talking about here? Oh, a chesties. A chesties for me. How nice. But, yeah, definitely would really like to see Majora's Mask put on the Switch. For sure. But like I said, I know a lot of people don't like the game. And a lot of people are actually kind of afraid of the game because it's just a really weird Zelda game. It's a really weird game in general, but for a Zelda game, it's just, there's a lot of dark innuendos in that game. And it just, there's something about it. The game feels very, like, depressing and lonely. Like, all these others, like this one, it's just, you know, it kinda feels a little lonely, but not in the same, like, Majora's Mask gave me nightmares as a kid, but for some reason I loved it. And, okay, we're gonna figure out what the hell we're gonna do here. Oh, no, we're not going back up there. But yeah, Majora's Mask is probably one of my favorite Zelda games. And, I don't really see that changing. And it's just because that just ew, that is a weird angle. Can I climb on that? Dude, that would be kind of cool. Let me see if I no, of course I can. Oh, I'm climbing on the spines now. Why is that there? Not a bad shot. But yeah, I can see why people don't like Majora's Mask. But for me, it's probably it is my favorite Zelda game. And it's just, I know it's a very flawed game, and it's very not, you know, a really happy, bubbly Zelda game. It's a very creepy, like, there's definitely a lot of just weird shit in that game. And also considering it's like people don't know. There's still, to this day, people are trying to speculate what the hell that game even meant. Like, is it even canon? Was it even real? Is Link dead? Is he tripping out before he's dying? Is this whole entire story of just failing and dying, and that's what you see in Twilight Princess? You know, there's so many theories. Like the moon, it's just, there's very creepy, like, things that happen to the people, and, like, you know, the fact that everybody's failing and gonna die, and they're helpless to stop their entire world from ending, and they kind of just give up. That's creepy. And like I was saying, the imagery in that game, you know, the moon, the freaking Majora's Mask, the way that Link puts on his mask because he's screaming in pain, it's just, it's really, it's, I don't know, I like it though. I will always love that Zelda game. And I can only hope that we get a port of the Switch. But if not, that's okay. I do plan on playing it over again. I did play Majora's Mask. I think I talked about this before a little bit. I have played Majora's Mask way back when this channel first started. I played Majora's Mask just a little bit with another YouTuber by the name of Loud Johnny. And I don't believe we ever finished it, but I would really like to come back to that game. What am I supposed to do here? I don't get it. No, there's nothing I can do. There's a little ball, I can see that, but I don't get what I'm supposed to do with it. Wait a minute. Is it still in there? No, it's not. Let me try this again. But yeah, I played it with Loud Johnny. We never finished it. I really do plan on trying to finish it. No, it is in there. What the hell? I can stop it in time. I don't know what that's gonna do. Nothing. I don't get what I'm supposed to do. Can I move the ball? No. Does that door open? Am I just that stupid I didn't see it? No, it doesn't. What the? I don't get it. I really don't get it. I can't move him anymore. He's only got 2 positions. Well, at the very least, there's something on his spine. So let's go grab that one. Easy does it. Easy does it. Oh, shit. Oh, that's great. Is it right there? That's not even... That's just an eye. Where is it? I don't see it up there. shows that it's on his spine. Oh, bad idea, bad idea. Let's put that right back on the weapons. Yeah, I really plan on playing Majora's Mask, regardless if it comes out on the Switch or not. I will emulate it one of these times here. Do a whole another playthrough through it that I never finished it with Loud Johnny. And that game, I really wanted to finish at the time that I started making that, but that was years ago, man. And I would love to play it again and finish it. It's one of those games that I need to revisit all the time. I probably won't ever get sick of it. And yes, ooh, that's really close. Yes, I'll get, it's like one of those games that I just can forget a lot of this stuff about it, but remember at the same time. But I can always come back to it and find myself, you know, wondering, hey, how do I do this? Or, wow, how do I figure this out? You know, it's like I can't remember how you do the dungeons exactly and all the little side quests, but I do remember the main story and the plot of it. So that is something, that's probably why I don't get sick of it, because I played it and I always remembered everything about it. I think I would get sick of it after a while. But the other thing that I wanted to do a year, almost, maybe even like a year and a half, almost 2 years ago now. Actually, I don't think it's been out for that long, but there's a patch to Ocarina of Time emulation called Nimpazi, or yeah, Nimpazi Adventure, or something like that. And it's, what is that? Hold on. That's probably where I needed to go last time. I forgot about it the whole time. But this little patch, Nimpazi's Adventure, is what it is there's some. It's like a whole new story. Like somebody went in and created a whole new story for Ocarina of Time and added different areas and stuff, different music, different names, different dungeons, sort of. Not really, kind of. But I know what really sparked my interest for the game, or the patch when I saw it, was I saw a couple of YouTubers playing it. And I downloaded it and I was ready to play it and post it on YouTube for you guys. I don't, like, around the same time it came out. But that's, you know, where I was trying to play The Walking Dead as well. That was, it was just a time where shit was not working for me. And my heart was getting worse. I kind of just laid off of YouTube for there. I laid off a lot of things at that time. But, really kind of lost my shit for YouTube. I couldn't really do anything. Okay, something's definitely right here. Oh, that's what it is. Let me try this again. I need to get that ball down here. But how I do it is a good question, because I don't know. But yeah, that's another thing I would definitely want to play, is the Nimpazi Adventure patch. And like I said, what really got me excited about it is the first part of the game in Zora's Domain, or Zora's whatever. There's a little, if you guys have ever played Ocarina of Time, there's a little space underneath the water in that game. And it's like the same as, you know, Super Mario 64 L is Real, if you ever heard of that. The whole, it's like one of those speculation things, like, oh no, Luigi's actually in the game. You gotta stare at his, stare at the waterfall or the fountain or whatever. Oh, but it's like that same thing. It's like, oh, there's actually a space in Zora's Domain, and you can actually get it if you do a bunch of different types of things. Okay, there's a torch that I need. I light this damn torch right now. Okay, what the dude, come on now. What? I don't get it. I really don't. kind of like this music. But yeah, this little space underneath the water is, it was all this speculation about how you can get to this new area, because it was put there, and people thought it was put there for a reason. Which, they technically weren't wrong, because I do believe that, yeah, there is this game called Ura Zelda, which is basically Ocarina 2, or Ocarina of Time 2. And I believe there was, yeah, it was supposed to be on the disk drive for the Nintendo 64. But since it never made it outside of Japan, the game was pretty much scrapped, and some of the elements from the game were used in Majora's Mask. And now I could go on and on about Ura Zelda and all that stuff. I don't know that much about it, but just look it up on YouTube. If you're a fan of Zelda games, you'll definitely be a fan of that. But you might be a little pissed off at the fact that, you know, Ocarina of Time was supposed to have a lot more content in it. A lot more dungeons, and a lot of, like, just stuff that really cool. And there are a team of people who tried to recreate what was in there based off of, like, the information we do have of Ura Zelda. They tried to create patches and stuff, but I think they got shut down or something. They stopped trying to work on it a while back, but yeah, that Nimpazi Adventure patch takes that little tiny square area that was actually supposed to be linked to Ura Zelda, but never was, and basically was just a random little cutout underneath the water that wouldn't take you anywhere, and it took you to a new area. And I thought that was amazing, because ever since I was little, I was watching videos on it, videos on how to, you know, how do I activate the transition into a new area here, like, because I felt like something was supposed to be there, and technically, yes, something was supposed to be there in the future, but yeah, Ocarina of Time is pretty good, but the content that we're missing from it and what we could have got is even better. And I wish, I don't know if I should say I wish we got it, because I don't think it would be as cool as it is now. Kind of similar to what I was just looking up the other day, Resident Evil 2, or Resident Evil 1.5, I should say. I think, yeah, I was streaming Resident Evil 2, so if you guys are interested in that, make sure to check that out on my channel. But I was trying to figure out what the hell is the Elza Walker costume? What is Elza? Who is Elza Walker? And it was like, I looked it up, and Resident Evil 2, well, it's technically 1.5, but what Resident Evil 2 was supposed to be was a completely different character, which wouldn't be Claire. It would be this girl named Elza Walker, and the story would be different, the enemies would be different, a lot of the gameplay would be different, but it would reside in the same area, Raccoon City. And like I said, similar to Ura Zelda, it's one of those things that you look up and it's like, wow, dude, it's just crazy how much stuff we could have gotten, but we didn't, or what was supposed to happen, but we didn't. Thankfully, unlike the Ura Zelda thing, which you can, I'm not sure if you can still play it or not, maybe you can, I'm not quite sure, but I know that it never really got finished. It may be finished now, because I'm sure people are crazy about trying to finish that, but Resident Evil 1.5 actually got released to the public, leaked out, and it's a very long thing that I'm not going to talk about, because I'd be here forever trying to talk about it. But thankfully that Resident Evil 1.5 got released to the public through emulation patch, I believe. Or maybe it wasn't, I think it's actually just a standalone kind of copy, but regardless, it's a full, well, not, I shouldn't say it's a full, but it's everything that was in 1.5 that got scrapped. So basically, if you don't know 1.5, just to give you a little recap, Resident Evil 1.5, like I said, it was completely different than what Resident Evil 2 is. It was supposed to be Resident Evil 2, but we didn't get it as that. Resident Evil 2 became something else. Reason was because, gosh, I can't even remember, but I know the developers were working on it, and then somebody was like, yo, screw that, change the game. They were pretty close to being done with it, but he's like, yeah, screw that, switch it out for all these models and all this, and you know what, just screw it, just make a whole new story in the same area. with similar characters and all that. So that's what happened. And that story, like I said, was never released to the public until just recently, and thankfully we can play that. Which I plan on playing that as well. I plan on if I can play Ura Zelda, I will definitely play Ura Zelda. I plan on. Oh, wait a second, I got this. If I can get Ura Zelda, I definitely plan on playing that. Definitely plan on playing Majora's Mask. Definitely plan on playing Impazi's Adventure, and I definitely plan on playing Resident Evil 1.5. I know it's not. The thing about 1.5 is it's not like. The team of people who worked on it recently tried to finish what was kind of left out in the game, but the game is it's not technically a full game. There's a lot of content in it that you don't get in Resident Evil 2, a lot of different types of content, but it's not really a full game. From what I've seen, it just kind of seems like it's put together piece by piece, but there's like not, you know, the cutscenes are not different. Obviously there's no voice acting because I don't think they got to that part before they scrapped it, but still, regardless, it's very interesting. And it's, I don't know, I just really like seeing games that yeah, I'm gonna go here soon, but I really like seeing games that haven't been finished, and with the public working together, we can finally get these games that are 5, 10, 15, whatever years old. We can get these damn near finished products that we never got and we weren't supposed to get in the first place. And it's just something mysterious. I think, yeah, it's just like, it's so mysterious, and that's what I like about it the most, is the fact that we never got to play these mysterious games, and there's so much speculation, and some things are right, some things are wrong, whatever, but we can play them now, or at the very least watch them on different types of videos and stuff like that, see them in forums and threads, and that's what I really like, and that's what I plan on doing, is playing those games. So, if that's something that interests you, be sure to stay tuned by hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell. Of course, I'm going to be finishing Breath of the Wild, but I've got plenty of other games, like I said, that I have on my channel, such as Resident Evil 2, Modern Warfare, Tales from the Borderlands. I'm going to be playing Last of Us, Mario Maker 2, you know, just everything. There's so much on my channel right now, and I am trying to do a little bit of variation in here and there. I do bushcraft videos, and sometimes I'll post some music thing that I've been working on. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like. If you didn't, dislike. Sorry this video has been a bit longer than the other ones, but I appreciate that you guys have been watching my videos. I appreciate comments, feedback. I appreciate it all, and I appreciate you guys. But I will see you guys on the next one, and yeah, have a good one.